coming to the color psychology, as I told you, Sir Isaac Newton was the first scientist to investigate color theory. Okay, around 1671 and 72, he discovered the origin of color when a shown of beam of light passes through a angular prism. It splits into a spectrum of various colors of rainbow. So you can see the first in list, what they are showing it here is the red, which has more wavelength compared to other colors. Okay, just observe it quickly, very quickly. It has a very greater effect to your logo design. So just observe it. So the color in the wavelength, okay, whatever I'm showing here, from 750 to 700 to 650, it will have a major eye-catching logo effect, okay, compared to these colors, okay. So even in Google, if you check, the first color won't be somewhere in yellow or something. It will be in this shape from the 650 to 670. Okay, this is how we perceive colors. I guess it is very clear to you now. So this is in analysis to what color or what color selection, the thought process you need to have when you are starting to do a logo design. Okay. So the color has a real effects. As you see here, you have primary colors which are red, yellow and blue, and secondary colors. So please observe this. I might question anybody. I hope I am clearly audible. If I am not audible, please somebody unmute and inform me. Class, hope I am audible to you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. This is very small, recollecting your thought. See, this color theory I'm not telling only in regard to logo design alone. You need to apply this even in your interior assignment, that first office assignment what we have given. See, so far you have been done two assignments. One is your 3D view, that will hold a major part of your internals. The second is day-to-day assignment, that measure and draw. Okay, the third is this logo design. You need to put forth lot of thought process. First, the simplicity we saw, proportion we saw. The third is this color, usage of color. I told only two colors are being used in most successful logo. So just to keep that in mind. I'm keep on repeating it. Now just check these things. What are primary, secondary, and tertiary colors? So these things you can just go into. You can see how these primary colors are so eye catchy and it's kind of very vibrant. When you use it in your logo, it's kind of very vibrant. But it's better always to reduce the number of colors you are using in your logo. The most effective logos are always two color. The most effective logos are always two colors. So this is what I asked in a color wheel. If two colors are placed directly opposite, that is called as complementary colors. This is the shade. When you start adding small, drops of black to any shade color, that is called a shade of a color. Tint means any color you start adding white, that is called as tint. These are some of the warm colors and the cold colors. Color harmony. You have monochromatic, analogous, complementary, split complementary, and triadic. You can see some combination of monochromatic relation. So when you talk about this logo of Adidas, You can see it's like they have only two colors, that is black and white. So you can see the interior in that regard over here. So these things you need to start applying even in your interior designing. That is why I am showing you all these things. You start using these in your 3D views, whatever you are generating. All color views you are giving me. Please try to use these kind of color combinations. Because next week we'll be doing only one space interior. Okay, we'll be doing focusing only on one space interior. That will be your next uh, project, next week's project. We'll be focusing only on interior designing. So that is why I'm asking you to observe these things. Once again, I won't be teaching these things. I'll directly go into that app or that Revit software after this. But please apply these scents in your interiors, whether you are going to use a relationship which is monochromatic or analogous or complementary or split complementary or triadic. So I'm just you know showing you some of the works which they have used only complementary artworks, where the composition of the image only use two colors which are complementary art colors. Okay, here any office space or whatever type that is being given to you, because not everybody will given an office space again. So each one of you will be given like either a kitchen. So I'm working on that assignment now. So either a kitchen or an what to say, a bedroom, or might be which user group also, might be who we are going to who we are going to design that space for, the age group of people who are going to use that. You need to think about that. So might be if kids you can use yellow and pink. Might be gray will suit for an office or a study room. White for a very relaxing space, a very confident space. Purple, you can use this kind of purple for unisex spa or something like that. Most of the unisex spa they use kind of this purple or something, so that they feel there is also a dark tone and also a little a womanish shade of dark purple, where you can use it for like unisex salons. So, and blue is once again little formal. Pink is kind of very, very adolescence thing, like a very loving or kind of very charismatic atmosphere if you want to create. It's composition using split complementary. So this composition is also using split complementary. So in an interior, if you are designing, next time I want you to include something which is called as mood board. So that and all I'll be explaining in the next class. So here you can see what is analogous colors. Adjacent colors and color wheel are called as analogous colors. So you can even create an interior using these analogous colors. So this is a small thing about color psychology. Effect of cold colors. So red, how it is associated with, you can just check all these things. So you can see most of an eye-catching logo I have posted here, McDonald's, Pizza Hut. You can see they have used a tint of yellow and red. Even McDonald's in a red background, it is yellow in color, emphasized. So see here, most of your most favorite things are red in color. As I told you, Coca-Cola and might be a Ferrari car. When you just think of a Ferrari, you just think of a red color car, Ferrari. Orange. So they are used in kids channel. It's called as Nickelodeon, the kids channel. Fanta. So yellow symbolizes the interior for kids, small kids. You can see this interior space, how they have arranged it. So green is a very pleasing color. Where you can use green is like if you have a juice bar or if you have a kitchen, very refreshing tone. If you want to use, you can use white and green for these interiors. So anything which is going to be, making it look so organic, they use this color called green. Sorry, use this color green and white for organic products. You can see the logos over here. You can see, as I told, blue is formal. Most of the black bank they use the combination of blue and red. You can see over here, most of the bank, the color combinations or color coding which is being used by a very formal, conservative, reliable banks. You can see the logos over here. Violet is the favorite color of adolescent girls. So white means it's pure, innocent, cleanliness and sterile. You can see some of the very fully white interiors. Or you can make your shell as in your roof floor and your uh, ceiling fully white, and just you can make your furniture's outlook in different color, in another different color, which has a greater, it adds a very much greater depth to your space. So for men accessories, mostly they use black to denote it's so masculine. That is the reason what you see here. So print provides a feeling of caring, friendness, self-worth, love and acceptance. So this is an analysis was made. So a clock was taken and a group of people were asked to have meeting in the same for the same time, but in the room which is painted different in color. So the people in a red meeting room, so they felt the time was they had a meeting only for an hour. They felt it was happening for more than an hour, but in a green colored room, they felt the time was less than the estimated or the time what they spent. It's because you need to really balance color. Okay, red is attractive, but doesn't mean that you can use red everywhere you want to. You need to think about it. No proper application is needed. Whatever you do, think about it. Why are you doing that, and then do that. Just because ma'am told red, it doesn't mean overall a red should be given, but a combination of color. Red you can use only for highlighting, not for all of it. So this is called as mood board. Whatever colors you are using it in the interior, you are supposed to create that palette like this, and you are supposed to post it like this. This is called as mood board. So for your next assignment, you will be doing all these mood board things. Okay, fine. So now is it clear with this color palette stuff? Like, do you understand? Did I give you needed, you know, insights of these things? Class, please somebody unmute and answer, because
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, okay, fine. Shall we proceed?
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is what in regard to color palette I want to explain. A basic color palette is one of three colors which may or may not include black. Keep things simple. Again and again, Keep things simple and allow the selected color to clearly convey a mood or emotion. So these are like contrasting colors for a visual impact. You can see over here. So what do you observe from this? I have taught you a lot of things. What do you observe from this image? Class, please answer.
Usage of two color, one color to different colors, ma'am.
What? No, I don't. It's not clear to
Like
me.
minimum number of colors, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay, then minimum number of colors. Then
Naturally available, ma'am.
what? What? Pa? What? Somebody told something. It's not
Naturally available.
naturally available. What is naturally available? Color.
Like eco, ma'am. Eco friendly like that.
Okay, you are trying to say green. They are connecting it to eco-friendly, organic. So they have used the green. Is it that so?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who's this?
Coercion, ma'am.
Coercion. Okay, coercion. Other things, what do you feel from this image? Please feel free to unmute and answer because I want all of you to interact.
Evolution of the.
Refreshing.
Okay, evolution. Then,
Ma'am, they have made as simple as possible, ma'am, from starting to the
very good. Who's this?
Kashif, ma'am.
Passive, yes. Actually, evolution, point number one, simple, point number two, and change to a different refreshing color as Coverson told. Okay, when you see the first image here, I guess you can see my pointer. This is the first image when they started Starbucks. So you cannot think that there is no evolution in any logo. There is evolution. Okay, there is evolution, and you can see the work or the intricate detailing over here in this image, and the color combination they have used. Okay, this is the first thing. Second, they have made that text bold. Okay, see that, observe clearly. The text is very bold and they have refined the logo. See, there is a refining in the logo, and the text is bold, and they have added the star. Okay. The third, they have made this logo little clear. Not needed the whole logo has to be seen, but a part is also enough. They have made it clear, a clear identity with the same things. Now they have just taken out the text and only the logo is there. You can also observe there is a change in a refreshing color as Coverson tool. They want to implicate it like a kind of very refreshing feel or very eco-friendly or organic or something like that. So that is why they have given this green. And the other thing what you have to note it down is you can see minimal use of colors. Here black and white alone. Here black, white and green. Again black, white and green. Here it's just white and green. See the proportion. See the proportion to the tumbler they have placed it. Okay? Simplicity, color, and see the proportion to the product you are doing it. If it's a signboard, how proportional you are supposed to do, how to make it eye catching. So these are the things what you need to observe from this, and you can see the evolution that is happening in this logo design. Okay, please observe each and everything. Easy to read fonts. So here I have given two font, okay, which is sans serif and serif font. Mostly we use Roman, Times New Roman or Arial. So you can use these fonts which are most easy to read. Okay, please don't use font like this which is there in the right. Okay, it is not even hardly seen. Practical and adaptable. It should be more practical and adaptable. Originality. Everything should have a originality. As in like this practical and adaptable, I just want to add few words to this topic. When you do any logo or anything, like what is the color you select in Photoshop? Are you students are more aware of using Photoshop? There is something called as color tones in Photoshop, what you set before taking print. Are you aware of that? Students, please answer. Students.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just tell me what are the color schemes that are available in Photoshop?
The RGB tones.
What does RGB means for somebody explain?
Red, green, and uh, blue.
Red, blue and RGB colors. There is something called as CM. Just wait, I'll just tell you that. Mostly we will use that. Uh, Colors. So I'll share the screen now. 1 minute. You see this? There are different colors. There are something called as RGB colors, but for taking for printing, okay? Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So you can see here, which is called as CMYK. Okay, CMYK, which means you can see here cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Okay, this combination is mostly used in printing design. So whenever, so you can see these some of the images. So whenever you are trying to do or give something for printing, it is better you use this format which is called as CMYK, which is be there in Photoshop. Okay, what you see on screen. Okay, but how it will get printed? You just see this. Can you see this image? What I am pointing out? So it's always better to work in this format which is called as CMYK format, because the print will come only in this format. Just note about this. You have three formats. One is grayscale. So mostly not everybody will use grayscale. So other than grayscale, you use this RGB colors or CMYK. But for printing, you need to use this CMYK so that whatever you are formatting, you will be able to see the same output out after print. It will look like. Is it clear to you, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Let me share the PPT again. Is my screen shared? Is my screen started to share?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Here you can see that you need to use that kind of color scaling or color coding as I explained for making it more practical and adaptable. So it should be created in such a way, even if it's converted to a black and white image, it, it's really, it can be really what to say, in a printable and a very practical mode. Don't give some colors which are not in a very printable format. Try to use basic colors, like primary colors. You can try to use that kind of colors, so that anywhere around the one minute class, 1 minute class, just 1 minute, hold on, I'm getting official call. Sorry for the interruption, class. We'll carry on with our presentation. So this is what I wanted to explain to you about printing, okay, and practical and adaptable use of colors that we have to use while designing a logo. You should have some originality, as we saw in that previous logo. In regard to Starbucks, you can see that. So please don't use any or borrow any heavily looking logo. Okay, so it might infringe the Copyright Act. So it is very, it will take you to criminal offense. Your logo has to be a original logo design. Just take, you know, just know about that. Don't take any other class. I'm audible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Fine,
ma'am.
fine. Okay. Then the PPT screen is also seen to you, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So this is another aspect in logo design, originality. So work within the industry. So if you see banks, I have showed in that PPT, most of the bank use blue color and red color as a combination. So don't try to, you know, um, break that monotony. But you can use the same color in a different aspect, different logo, different text. But if it banks are mostly using that, you can see when the um, what thing, what to say, a common thing which was there um, between the Pizza Hut and the this one, what to say, McDonald's, the use of red and yellow color. So here it is Toronto District School. So they have used the logo of Apple. The first word all kids study is A for Apple, and a very refreshing thing they want to give. They have used the tone of green because there it is all green apple. In America, they are it's like more, they use to more of green apple. So that they have used a logo like this. So small kids are more fond of seeing different colors due to their, their eye-catching. Um, you know, not everybody from the childhood itself. Okay, they start seeing everything in like color. That is the time by 1 year or something they will try to see colorful things. That is why most of the toys they like if it's very colorful. So how we have to start processing. So just keep it simple. Okay, that is the one thing I just want to
Ma'am,
tell. Yeah. Yes, who's this? Paripurna.
I'm requesting you to be even more louder, ma'am.
Okay, you want me to be little louder. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
fine. Please use appropriate color, font, and shape. Okay, in this process, use appropriate color, font, and shape. Mostly blue, yellow, pink, green. So what are the colors, these colors, what all attribute it adds? Blue means trust, loyalty, water, relaxing, power, dignity. Yellow means energy, joy, light, and heat. Pink means calming and feminine. Green means life, growth, money, jealousy, and nature and fertility. So you can just look into this. This PPT is also uploaded in a Google Classroom. So in accordance to the color wheel, I have added n number of logos. In accordance to that, you can have a clear view of this. So circle, why they are using circle? I was telling about most of the cars, they are using circular logo. Then you have a rectangle. So this rectangle, you can feel like it's solid and security. That is why Microsoft is using it. Triangle, exciting, powerful, and aggression. That is why Adidas is using this triangular shape in their logo. Even the shape has meaning. All the shape has meaning in it. Few samples for inspiration. You can see all these things. So class, any doubts till now? So I just want to add one great applause to all of you. I don't know whether my clap is known or if you are able to hear it or not. Very, very, very big applause because I have posted all your 3D works to HOD. So she has told us to inform or congratulate all of you on her behalf for a very wonderful work. That too, the 3D. Some two videos I have posted. One is Meena's video and another one is Karan's video. And Kasif's work, Kovarsan's work. Lot of you have done a very excellent work in 3D. The first exercise, that too in online classes. This much effort you have put in